Ford versus Chevy, Mustang versus Camaro. Two American legends, only one can take the crown. I'm going into a draw. First, we're going to get into the Mustang GT500. But before we do that, I want to let you know these are both top trim packages. This is the carbon fiber track pack edition, and this is the ZL1 1LE. The Mustang, Predator motor under the hood, 5.2 liter, big supercharger sitting on top, making 760 horsepower. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I personally have had a few of these and I absolutely love these cars. You can see it's got the gigantic Brembo brakes, 16.5 inches on the carbon fiber wheels. And see that coating on the inside? That's some kind of NASA heat treat that keeps the heat off those carbon fiber wheels. Everything on the car just absolutely gorgeous. Of course, we got the big Brembo brakes on the back, carbon fiber wheels back here also. And these are out back, we got 315 30 20s, up front 305 30 20s. And then of course it comes with a big carbon fiber wing, and that wing is adjustable. So you've got a couple of different adjustments here you can put that thing on. I tell you what, that wing is so freaking cool. When they first came out, I was a little hesitant, but after I had a few of them, I absolutely love it. Let's go see the Camaro. ZL1 1LE. Under the hood, LT4 power, 650 horse. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Again, carbon fiber and then the matte black hood. Now, on the brakes, we got 15.3 inch Brembo brakes up front here, and then the tire size is 305 30 19 up front. The Mustang's running Michelin's and the Camaro is running Goodyear's. Working our way back here to the back, we got a little bit wider tire back here. We got 325 30 18s back here. Again, the Eagle F1s versus Michelin's that are on the back of the Mustang. And again, carbon fiber wing, looking absolutely gorgeous. Of course, this one looks a little more sinister. Now to the interiors. Of course, we got Recaro seats in here, and we got my favorite buddy, the Cobra, up there in the back. Now, these cars do not come with the back seat. So they lose like 150 pounds or something like that with no back seat for the track pack cars. Of course, you've got your screen, and then everybody's talking about the 7-speed dual clutch transmission in these things. It is absolutely amazing. The only thing I ever used the paddles for in my car was downshifting to listen to the exhaust. We've got all the settings down here. This is the drive mode. You want to be in track mode, drag race mode, ice mode, slick mode. It's got a bunch of different modes. Then of course you can control your tone on your exhaust here, and then this is how you turn traction control and advanced track off. Your starter buttons here. We might as well fire it up, take a listen. Doesn't that thing sound sweet? It's absolutely beautiful. Now, can you swing around here and see the dash at all? The gauges, now the gauges change around depending on what mode you put it in. You see it changing over there, telling what you're in. So on drag strip mode, see it changes the way the tach is, where the miles per hour are also. I mean, I love everything about these cars, man. Just absolutely cool as can be. Now this dual clutch transmission, what it does, it has two clutches in it. One clutch controls first, third, fifth, and seventh. The other one does reverse, second, fourth, and sixth. And it's actually grabbing the next gear before it lets loose of the next gear. It's like milliseconds between shifts. You can't shift that fast with a stick. Let's go over and see what's going on in the Camaro. So this car's also equipped with Recaros. These are a little more plush and probably just a little more comfortable. This car is equipped with a back seat, so you can put the kiddies in the back seat. And then of course everybody wants to shift gears, and I understand it's a blast to shift gears. This is equipped with the 6-speed transmission. Reverse is up here. Super cool. I've had a blast driving these cars. Of course, we've got our screen up here. We've got all our control buttons here. We've got controls on the steering wheel also. One of the neatest things about this car is you control the heat by turning these vents. So that was kind of a cool thing that they did. Then, of course, all your other controls are here. You know, it's got air-conditioned seats, heated seats. The Mustang does not have that in the Recaros. super cool. One thing that it gets on my nerves just a little bit is you see how high my arm is up here. The windows on the side of this Camaro are not quite as big as the Mustang. The Mustang's down here, so you probably have a little less visibility in this car. But as far as driving it, it's amazing. One of the things I do like about the Mustang too is the dash looks more like a Mustang. This is, I don't know what this is. This is just a 22 Camaro ZL1, man. But she is absolutely cool, fun to drive, guys. I mean, they are neck and neck between the two cars. My favorite part about the Mustang is this Predator motor, 5.2 liter with that big old supercharger sitting on top. You can see they're so proud of the build on these things. The guy who builds the motor actually signs it here. This one is, like I said, 5.2 liter versus the Camaro that's 6.2, and this one's making another 110 horsepower with smaller cubic inch. Remember back in the day when it used to be 1 cubic inch per horsepower? Well, just think about this one. This is basically just a little bit over 302 cubic inches, and it's making 760 horse. Of course, power steering, power brakes, anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, everything you want on your race car. Let's see what's going on with the Camaro. So we also have the name of the builder on this one here, so they're pretty proud of this too. But again, this one's 6.2 liter, again, supercharged, making 650 horsepower. But I tell you what, seat of your pants, it's hard to tell the difference. I tell you, the Camaro is holding its own against the Mustang. In the quarter mile, I'm gonna take the Mustang. Going around the corner, I might have to take this one. All right, let's see what these babies sound like. First, we're gonna do the Camaro. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Normally, you just have to push on the clutch, but in this car, you gotta push on the clutch and the brake to get it to fire. Man, listen to that LT4 roar. I tell you, she is a blast to drive. All right, let's go ahead and fire up the GT500. Foot on the brake, hit the starter button. Then, of course, we're gonna open this baby up to sport mode, to track mode. I mean, it's got such a deep sound to it. It sounds so cool. I'm going into a draw. I just got rid of my GT500 and got a truck because we're coming into winter. But I tell you what, I want to get back in and drive it so bad. Now, I actually just did a driving video on this one last week. This thing is a blast to drive. But if you're going to make me choose, I'm going to choose the GT500. Now, mention in the comments which one you would choose, and make sure you tune in next week for our next video.